Hey everybody, it's Norris with the Norris Group. It is November 22nd, it's a Friday, and have you heard landlords in Los Angeles about the empty house penalty? Yikes! That and much more as we cover the biggest headlines in real estate. Don't miss the radio show and podcast this week. We've got Michael Neal, long-term real estate investor and landlord, talking about some of the new rules that went into effect about tenant rules and how much you can raise rents and where you might run into some problems. All that kind of fun stuff. You won't want to miss that on the radio show and podcast. The National Association of Home Builders reported builder confidence continues to remain strong this month, having only decreased by 1 point at 70. Housing starts continued to increase in October, having gone up 3.8% to around 1.3 million. Existing home sales increased 1.9% last month, according to the National Association of Realtors. The Mortgage Bankers Association reported mortgage applications decreased 2.2% from last week, and mortgage rates fell a little bit this last week. 30-year rates now are at 3.66% and 15-year rates at 3.15%. Property Shark released its list of the most expensive zip codes in the United States. The site went out to find the most expensive zip codes very carefully by calculating the sales price and not asking prices to see where the supply was low and demand was high. California led the way with 91 zips in the top 100. No surprise there. San Francisco has 13 spots on the list, the highest number of any city. And Los Angeles County, with its 21 zips, is the most expensive county in the United States. You won't be surprised by some that made the 10 places with the most expensive zip codes. Places like Atherton, California, 94027, home of Facebook, Oracle, and IBM. Beautiful Santa Monica, 90402, Palo Alto, 94301, and do I even need to explain 90210? So you've been binge watching HGTV and you think you have what it takes to tackle the do-it-yourself project right now. You get started and in the process you go a little crazy with the demo and you demo something that wasn't supposed to be sledgehammered. You start thinking, is this covered by my homeowner's insurance? Well, the good news is it does. Most of the time. Insurance Brokers Group owner John, I'm going to butcher his name, Epshenstiel, just make up names, that's fun, said a home insurance policy will cover damage to your home in most cases, even if it's related to renovations that you messed up yourself. But notice, most cases. Here's what you need to know before going into the renovation. Know where to go to find out what's covered. Don't start the renovation before calling your insurance company. Know what's covered during the renovation. Know what's not covered. Hint, faulty workmanship. For surely not covered. And if you damage to your neighbor's property, see the comment before. So yeah, just don't do any renovations that's going to affect your neighbor's property. That's just not a good idea. If you want a better chance of winning a bidding war, all cash offers are going to triple your odds of getting that deal landed. According to Redfin, this is why this is the most successful bidding war strategy, and it has been since 2017. Coming up behind all cash offers is writing a personal letter to the seller, followed by waiving the financial contingency. We real estate investors know this, but apparently we need to be writing more personal letters, so there you go. CNBC says that the rental demand is shrinking the supply of rental homes and it's pushing rents higher. The supply of for sale homes priced below $200,000 was down 13% annually in October, according to Realtor.com, and the supply of cheaper renting homes is faring no better. The number of homes available for less than $1,250 per month has dropped 40% since 2013, according to Capital Economics. The total number of single-family rental homes jumped 38% from 2010 to 2016, compared with just a 3% rise in multifamily units, according to Capital Economics. The supply of single-family rentals overall has now flattened, but demand is still very strong. Zillow CEO Richard Barton said Zillow Offers is not the company's last attempt at transforming the home buying experience, and house flipping is only the start of a revolution in the online real estate process. Their goal is one day to have a trade-in experience with a house and are working to create an integrated digital platform. We know this because we had .loop at iSurvive Real Estate a few years ago. Once you touch a Zillow brand, you may never touch another real estate brand ever again. And keep in mind, they just opened up their mortgage division earlier this year. In a quote, they said they're demanding that e-commerce actually come to the real estate market and transform the transaction. That was according to Barton. So is Zillow 2.0 might be about revolutionizing the entire transaction process. And remember, they're going to make money all along the way. So those of you watching the iBuyer experience, they might not have to make all the money on the buy-sell process, which is going to be more difficult for real estate investors. They're going to be making money on the transaction, on maybe the lease up. Who knows what's coming next? Look at companies like Realogy and also Keller Williams getting into the space to see what kind of services they add to the mix to compete against Zillow. A recent study by advocates of affordable housing found that 40% of homes in Los Angeles are owned by corporate entities, and they leave them vacant. Patch.com called them spec investors. So basically, they're buying up rentals, but they're just never renting them up. Maybe they just really just don't like tenants. I don't know, but the play is that they're just waiting for the prices to increase. And in some parts of Los Angeles, there's really good reasons why. You've got the Olympics coming up, you've got the Rams Stadium. There's plenty of reasons why people think that that might work. Strategic Action for Just Economy and the Alliance of California for Community Empowerment Commission and that founded this study says that they have 103,000 currently unoccupied units that could be used for affordable housing, and 41% of those units are not currently on the market. The LA City Council in September moved forward with creating a new law named the Empty House Penalty. The council has directed staff to start doing a little bit of research to find out which properties are vacant, and then they're going to decide how much they're going to charge you for that vacancy. So this is pretty terrifying and pretty interesting. Who knows what they're going to come up with, so you just need to be aware that it's happening. What are one of the ways they're going to find out how it's occupied? Guess who owns Los Angeles Department of Water and Power? The taxpayers that's directly in control from the city. So could it happen? Absolutely. Will it? Probably, because the efforts that Los Angeles is trying with the $1.2 billion that they raised for affordable housing hasn't exactly worked out how they expected. So what do you think? You think this will pass, and will other cities follow along? I'd love to hear what you have to think. If you're on YouTube, please leave your comments below the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell if you'd like to receive notifications when we have new videos come online. If you're on Facebook or any other social media platform, please like and make sure to like the Norris Group page so you can find our content online whenever we produce it. Leave your comments below the video, give us some love, and don't forget to share. If we missed a story, also feel free to leave a link in the description below. Launching an all-new talk, Bruce is doing 6 things to succeed in 2020 with the San Diego Creators Investors Association. This is probably the biggest Christmas party of the year, so we'd love to see you there. January 7th, the 6 things to succeed in 2020 with prosperity through real estate. And then the 9th, we'll be doing the very same talk at the 2020 Los Angeles Real Estate Summit with Robert Hall and Associates. And we'll also be doing that same night in Orange County with OC RIA. January 14th, we'll be doing the same talk at the Coachella Valley Real Estate Investors Association. So Bruce is going to be a very busy person at the beginning of January, leading up to, mark your calendars for February 1st, turmoil, the coming storm of negative interest rates. We'll be covering a lot of Florida data and some really interesting ways to, some new topics we've never covered before. We'll release more information on that soon. Also, March 19th, mark your calendar, Florida Buying Real Estate Boot Camp. If you're interested in 1031 exchanging out of the state of California, or maybe you would just really like a lot of great experience on how to look at new markets when you're investing out of a state that you currently reside, you might really enjoy it. Check out our calendar for all these events and more, and you'll also go on the website to find out more information about our hard money loans. Fix and flip, buy and hold new construction and accessory dwelling units. We've got you covered here in California and in Florida. And if you want more information on passive investing with trust deeds, notes, and mortgages, hit that Invest tab. With that, have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next week.